Before I start this video about the boyfriend experience in VTubing, I find it pertinent to tell you the origin of this video and the onus of why I made it in the first place. For you see, I was originally going to make a video about the timeline of male VTubers, and while typing in the timeline of male VTubers just to see what popped up, it auto-filled a bunch of search results. VTubers are cringe. VTubers are not funny. Why VTubers are bad. And then I followed some of these links and I found some of these years old posts. For example, this post from 2 years ago, right when HoloLive was really exploding, saying HoloLive/VTubers is the cringiest thing ever. They go on this big long rant and ultimately end with, any normally functioning adult should not be attracted to this kind of content. Which, holy shit, wow, that is such a bold claim. And then I found this post from like 11 months ago on Reddit. VTubers are most likely not funny, and all his fans who say, oh my god, they're so funny because they screamed in gameplay and they made a sex joke are just virgins who fap to them and try to hide it. Which, can I just say, no one is trying to hide it. Search the fan art tag of literally any VTuber and it is like 50% ecchi/porn. No one is trying to hide it, my guy. I don't know where you got that misconception. VTuber fans are openly horny. But this made me think about how 2 years ago, a lot of people hated VTubers and thought they were cringe. And then over the past 2 years, it's kind of become a little bit more mainstream. But even though VTubing has become more mainstream, even though the amount of hatred towards VTubers in general has reduced somewhat, there's a renewed hatred for male VTubers. I don't understand why some people feel like there's no market for male VTubers. Like, sure, a lot of the female VTubers get popular because they're cute and or lewd, but I mean, that was the case before VTubing. So I don't know why specifically male VTubers get a shit ton of hate, but they do. And it's weird to find like, VTubing is cringe, but male VTubers are more cringe. And I was like, it almost felt like there was like a pyramid of cringe. The deeper you go into this rabbit hole, it's almost like we're building a pyramid of what is the most cringe. Anyone in a given fan base finds some other subgroup within the fan base and go like, we're not cringe, but that's cringe. And then I got to thinking, even people who like male VTubers have another level on top of them that even they find cringe. And that, my friends, is the boyfriend experience. The boyfriend experience, and by extension the girlfriend experience, is the third tier on this pyramid of cringe. And if you don't believe that that is the popular consensus, let me just show you a handful of random tweets. So, just to be clear, I did not seek out specifically people hating on the boyfriend experience. I was just doing a Twitter search for the boyfriend experience, and I was honestly floored by how overwhelmingly negative the majority of the comments were. For example, impossible challenge. First time chatter asking a VTuber for a boyfriend/girlfriend experience ASMR in a gaming stream. Which, not gonna lie, asking a content creator to do something they're clearly not going to be able to fulfill, genuinely cringy. Okay, we don't like those types of fans regardless of context. Saw a post about the girlfriend/boyfriend experience VTuber, and well, I should just say it, huh? If you're here for that sort of thing, you're following the wrong VTuber. I know some VTubers enjoy being flirty and all, but that sort of thing makes me super uncomfortable. And the more I searched, the more this pattern kept going. For example, this post, the top male streamers have an incredibly young demographic of viewers who have zero interest in a boyfriend experience no matter what a male VTuber is streaming. So basically what they're saying is it really doesn't make sense to do boyfriend experience content because there's such a low market for it that it's not even worth it. This person making what I think is a genuinely funny joke, yeah, I'm gonna be a boyfriend experience VTuber, I'm going to ignore you and continue to play video games emotionlessly. I mean, okay, that's a bad boyfriend experience VTuber, but accurate. I appreciate it. And I have seen so much pushback against being asked to do BFE and GFE, such as this person saying, friendly reminder that VTubers aren't your virtual girlfriends and boyfriends. This person not just making fun of the boyfriend experience, but also male VTubers in general, saying male VTubers be like bartender. A bartender demon ikemen from an isekai with an 18+ emote on Twitter who makes ASMR and boyfriend experience content and constantly flirts with other VTubers, pointing out that the few male VTubers that do this content are generally very cringe. And to end this series of tweets that I have found that are relevant to the conversation, this tweet here saying, I don't understand the desire for the VTuber boyfriend experiences. I ain't gonna risk playing pretend and having some parasocial shit develop. Instead, enjoy my neglectful boyfriend experience. I will leave you on red, I'll never call, and I won't do any cute recordings. So it goes without saying that even within our own VTuber community, even within our own fan base, the creators don't like being asked to do boyfriend experience, the fans think it's cringe, and people generally find the people who make this sort of content to be super cringe and annoying. And so that got me thinking, before I started doing all of this research onto this topic, I personally also hated the boyfriend experience. But the reason that I hate the boyfriend/girlfriend experience so much is because of the parasocial relationships that fans develop, where it starts to get creepy and weird and stalkerish. Like, for example, if a VTuber reveals that they were even talking to the opposite gender, or God forbid, has a significant other, the fan base just fucking explodes. And that's the aspect of it that I've always hated. And so when I see people engaging with the boyfriend experience/girlfriend experience, it kind of frustrates me because I know where this type of content leads, I know the type of fan base this accumulates, and that's why I don't like them. But after seeing so much backlash, it almost made me slingshot the other way, you know what I mean? Like, it triggered my empathy to see so many people bashing the consumers and creators of this content. And so I kind of wanted to sort of correct the tides a little bit and almost go to bat for this type of content, because I feel like the amount of hate that I see towards this content is a little bit overblown. Like, sure, I don't like it, but the amount of hate is ridiculous. Now, since I decided that the amount of hate that this type of content gets is a little bit overblown, I decided to go straight to the source, go to the most popular boyfriend experience VTuber that I personally am aware of. Vox Akuma is the face, the poster child, if you will, for the boyfriend experience. And in true boyfriend experience fashion, he does ASMR roleplay content. So I was like, okay, this is something that I do not understand and I do not enjoy, but I actively want to figure out why people enjoy this content and really dig in and see if it is genuinely as cringy and awful as everyone says it is. And I feel like the best way to express what I found while doing this research is by showing two clips from Vox Akuma. I feel like just showing you these two clips is going to lead you to the same conclusion that it led me to, because I have previously had the impression that all boyfriend experience VTubers, including Vox, are just these really annoying, cringy fuckboys who just make sex jokes and flirt with chat and generally have no real value whatsoever. But watch these clips for yourself and you tell me if you think those stereotypes hold any water.
You're feeling like you need a hug? That's fine. Hey, come here. Don't worry about the people around me, just come here. Shh, it's okay. Hey, I've got you now, it's alright? Those nasty people can't hurt you anymore. I've got you, okay? Shh. Shh. Don't worry. It's okay. It's nice, to just get to look after someone for a bit. I actually haven't had the opportunity to do so in a little while, so it's nice. It's really, really nice to get to look after someone. I really do think you're very sweet indeed, and you feel like you can trust me. I'm flattered, really. Although, from what I'm to understand, you do seem like a remarkably trustworthy, or trusting rather, a remarkably trusting person. So, maybe you trusting me is less of a sign that I am trustworthy, and more just that you're willing to trust a great many people, I shouldn't let it get to my head.
Now, I'm not saying that Vox Akuma has never made degenerate content or horny content or low effort content or whatever. I'm not saying that he's never done that, but I gotta say, after watching this stream, I feel like my perception of this type of content has completely changed. It was honestly kind of comforting. It's definitely not something I'm going to watch in my spare time from this point forward, but I feel like I kind of get it. Like, this was genuinely soothing. You know what I mean? I can totally see how someone who is going through a lot in their personal life might watch this video of someone with a soothing voice just tell them that everything is gonna be okay and just sort of be healed by that. And I looked through the comments on that video and it seems my suspicions were correct. I'm not the only one who had that opinion. For example, this comment here saying, "I'm crying now. I feel like you and I are against the world." Another comment, "I'm almost crying." Another comment, "God, my heart as a romantic is crying. This is so sweet." So you tell me, guys, does that sound like a bunch of cringy, fuckboy, horny bait content? Does this strike you as low effort content with no value in our community? It genuinely seems like this type of content is reaching people in an emotional way, and I think that's a good thing. Now, even if you personally don't enjoy this type of content, I hope after watching that clip you can at the very least understand why other people might, and how it's not necessarily an inherently cringe thing. Some people just need to be told everything's gonna be okay. This type of content, when done correctly, can have value just like any other genre of content. And that's kind of the takeaway that I wanted to make with this video. Even if you think this type of content is cringe, can you at least empathize with why someone else might enjoy it and maybe not bully the shit out of them on the internet for it? Everybody vibes with different content, and no genre is inherently bad. It's what you do within the genre that matters. But of course, I open the floor up to you all. What do you think of the boyfriend experience? Did your opinion change? Do you still think it's cringe? What do you think of Vox Akuma? Are there important points about this type of content that you feel like I missed? Feel free to let me know in the comments down below. I've become kind of enamored with this sort of content, not because I personally need it, but just because I feel like there is value in something that I thought was valueless. That is all I wanted to say. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye, guys.